Greetings, my fellow Wendigo. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Biotech, The First Wendigo, Episode 7, Chamber of Comfort. We had just finished up researching the fertility procedures in order to get those eggs, and we were working on fireproofing our walls. So these walls here are made of slate, not steel, so they can't be easily set on fire by roaming hordes of whomever. Alright, Mr. Wally. Time to get you killed. I did change one thing about this series since last stream, which is to include a mod made by Cathanon, member of the community. And all it really does is it uncaps the metabolism complexity of the genes that can be inherited. That gets into sort of a complicated game mechanics discussion about how inherited genes work. But what I can tell you, I'm going to dumb it down just for your benefit because it doesn't really matter in context of this series. Inherited genes, when you fertilize an egg, are given a random maximum to minimum complexity of a number between 1 and 3. And then any inherited genes are attempted to be added to the embryo. And then after that happens, it just sort of goes through 50% of the random genes from each parent and tries to give it to the soon-to-be offspring, depending on the metabolism numbers. Most of that information probably didn't make sense, but if we look at the metabolism numbers here, there is a maximum level of complexity and metabolism efficiency. With that in mind, the game doesn't really allow natively for Wendigos to exist. So I needed to install a mod to basically uncap the complexity and metabolic efficiency so that Wendigos would be at all possible. So that's all that mod does, is it just changes some values that is more or less hidden from the players. Sky and Vassallo's eggs have been extracted. The age of egg extraction is any female between 16 and 49. Once you hit 50, you become sterile. So I'm mostly going to be abducting women in that age range for the purpose of the Wendigo project. There are some bugs right now, so there's like a bug with the UI gizmos for the ovum, but it still works as far as I could tell, and I've reported that bug to Ludion for them to fix, so they're aware of it. The current priority that I'm going to be working on is actually going to be up to you, so let me have you vote. Before I put it to vote, I do currently have 2 quests. I have a secret installation for one of the 5 pieces of information about the only relic of our ideology, which is the glitter wand. Here, it's a legendary Eltec staff. And then I also have this imposing blueprint, which gives some honor. So here is the priorities. What is a biolab? A biolab would be a lab, which is the vote number 2. It would be a lab where we would extract genes and build growth fats and process prisoners. A proper bedroom for Wendy could be possible. Recreation or dining room. A laboratory. That would be for research and surgeries. A workshop. Build mechs. So Wendy right now has a bandwidth of 9/12, so there's room for 3 more mechs. They have changed, from what I've noticed, they have changed that clean sweepers used to be standard mech tech. It's now down to basic mech tech. They're basically cleaner bots. One of the reasons why I don't have this starting facility floored up is floors create more filth, strangely enough, and I didn't want to bother flooring up this area until I had a clean sweeper bot to clean it up for me. I am going to be researching multi-analyzer, but pretty soon I'm going to be putting up a poll about what you all want me to research as well. Expanding the farm. So one of the big requirements that we're going to have in this colony is wood for the braziers of a throne room, because one of the goals for Wendy is to become a countess. We're going to need a lot of medicine to do procedures like organ harvesting or ovum extractions. One of the reasons why I haven't been organ stripping the people that I have been capturing is because I wanted to build up a healthy amount of medicine so that I could actually do the fertilization projects, which take precedent over just organ harvesting for profit. And then of course, cloth and food and everything. Growth fats require a pretty considerable amount of food. So that's why farms or additional farms might be necessary. And then, of course, viewer suggestions, which would be left up to you. Magic Hippie, thank you for the bits. Big C Panda for the gifted subs. Steel Boot, Mortalin for resubbing. Frostland for gifted subs as well. Marauder and Frankenstein for bits and resubbing. Cheers. Cheers, all of you. So we do have a lot of humans that I think I could spend a little time butchering once Wendy is done staring at the sun or whatever she's doing. I'm not even really sure. Because fine meals would be really nice to have, especially for mood. Wendy is not going to have any mood problems, but you never know. LS Gamer, thank you for even more bits. Cheers. Lovely meals. I don't have a proper kitchen. This is a sort of a temporary kitchen. It's very small. And as a result, I have to store meals just kind of on the floor. So maybe I will suspend this for now. Alright, while he's done, we extracted slow runner, strong immunity, and heat tolerant in there. Probably something to be sold, I suspect. And it looks like you guys want a proper bedroom for Wendy. Alright. What research should I pursue? Actually, that mod command is a little out of date, but it's close enough. Am I? No, my banks aren't full. Orange Chaos. Do I? No, there's still lots of steel to be hauled, so I'm not going to wake Orange Chaos up. Bob, thank you for the sub. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. So a bedroom for Wendy. This here, I was planning on having it be somewhat of a mech room, meaning that I never really intended for Wendy to live in here. But because it does have 2 steam geysers, it might make sense for her to live in some of it, I guess. So I think what I'm going to do is change the stone that I'm using here and have Wendy live in the southern half of this temporary building. I'm never probably going to deconstruct the building, but I will likely change its purpose over time. Alright, both of these need food. And that means I need to have Wendy carry some food in for them. Just stacks of bugs. How big should her bed be, accounting for royalty? It actually depends on whether or not I am going to have room for other things, like death resting stuff. So I'm not exactly sure. But in terms of what she wants for royalty, I don't know why I can't see. What is the easy way to see the demands of a count or countess? I believe it's 80 tiles, if memory serves. But yeah, it's not something I can easily just glance at. So we have 16 days for genes, 9 days for ovum. And then they both were recently fed, but I'm going to have to keep an eye on that. Mech Group 1 is in dormant self-charging mode, and Mech Group 2 is working. You can probably be dormant self-charging. I don't know why you just left the farm to do it, but okay, whatever. It's fine by me. And Wendy's out here. I'm going to have her zone restricted so that I can get specific work done quicker. Because she wants to work on the external walls, but I don't want her doing that. If I tame insects from the hive, will they continue to farm jelly? No. Insects either belong to a hive or they belong to you. And if they belong to you, they don't have a hive anymore. So you can't farm jelly in that way. Bugs have to be bound to the hive for the purpose of jelly. Them's the rules. The rules of RimWorld. Would it be within the rules to create a xenotype that is very penalizing that I could apply to prisoners? Yes. If you read the rules, it doesn't have any... There's nothing in the rules that prevent me from xenogerming people. The rules are mostly about who can be a full-fledged colonist and who can be a slave. Not about xenogerming at all. There's virtually no rules about xenogerming, in fact. Alright, Wendy. Alright, I'll lift the restrictions for now. What is going on? Here we go. Pods and bugs. Oh, speaking of bugs. Yeoman of the glitterworld Empire is having trouble landing near the workshop due to repeated infestations. Can't confirm. We do have a lot of bugs around here. She wants to draw the bugs to me. I will be given 5 troopers under my control. I will need to feed and house them, but they can die without consequence. And these are the rewards. Okay, looks like you guys want me to continue the multi-analyzer research, so I'm not going to change that. Do we accept bugs from the Empire? Yes or no? So yeah, this is still in progress. Yep. That needs a bit more time. Gonna have Solwayne start to haul again. And then, if we do accept bugs from the Empire, I will have you vote on what reward. I'm pretty sure I know where they're going to be. Seems to me like they're going to be here. It might be possible to use the deep water in order to fight them a little bit more efficiently. Purposely closing these back doors so that they come around. But it's also possible that the bugs spawn here. In these hollowed out previously mined areas. Or in this cave, right? Well, yeah, either side of this cave or here. There's a lot of potential spots that are a little closer to home. So with that in mind, I am, in preparation for what looks to be a positive pull, going to start filling in at least the most dangerous overhead mountain areas that would be the most annoying for me to try to clear. Am I not building the corners to conserve resources? They're just not necessary for insulation to build corners. So I'm just leaving them out because it's unnecessary. Animal migration, alpaca. Well, you aren't really food, so I don't really care. But while I was up there, 3 ship chunks, now that interests me. So we have a 4th ship chunk up there. Bedroom is 30, throne room is 80. Got it. So bedroom at... So eventually I'm going to have walls in this location. So if I do... This would be really good as a throne room, more than a bedroom. Because this is 40, 35... So 40 and 64. Okay, that doesn't really work. Maybe I actually bump out this west wall for a throne room. Because this could be a bedroom, and then the throne room could be like this. And that way, I can have room for a future throne room without having to make too many changes to the layout of the base. Now let me remove the zoning. 88. So sorry, Mr. Robot, but I'm gonna have you unbuild already. Multi-analyze is going to be a little minute, because we're so busy on this. Okay. Now, for the double walls, I can probably... I can probably do them in slate, and eventually remove all of the metal from the structure here in lieu of slate. So this is an 80 sized throne room and a 40 sized bedroom, and that should be just fine once it's done. Cool. All right, you guys want the bugs from the Empire, so taking a look at this quest, what reward to accept? Honor and what is that? A L-Tech shirt. Low shield pack, power claw, gold. Or glass steel and L-Tech's helmet. Okay. You guys pick. It'll be up to you. I do believe that I don't have enough food to deliver to these gals. So I'm going to start delivering perishable non-cannibal. because I can make simple meals, like a whole lot of simple meals very, very easily. Zilla, what have you been working on? I don't even know. Probably stone cutting, I'd imagine, but I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, you're cutting stone. Okay, that's fine. Wendy, why are you eating that? Let me try this again. Okay. I don't know what happened to those fine meals. I guess Zilla ate them all? Maybe they rotted and I didn't notice. As far as gold goes, I already have it for the multi-analyzer. What I don't have at the moment is plasteel. I believe I found plasteel. Maybe I didn't. But I can always get plasteel. And no, we definitely don't need gold. Yeah, I remember that. The giant node of gold up in the northeast. All right, looking good. A slave rebellion. Where is she? Okay. You come running all the way over to me so I can smush you. Sure, whatever. You do you, girl. I don't punch things. Okay. See, now you're gonna make me, like, get out of bed or whatever. Cut it out. You're not gonna have a torso left if you continue to misbehave. This is on you. You shattered my leg. Yeah, that's just rude. Well, I sure hope you're proud of yourself. 'Cause you're officially, knocked unconscious. Quit bleeding everywhere. Rude. Okay, I've tended you enough. Not doing the rest. You have it coming. Alright, looks like we're having a bit of a tie between Honor and Eltech shirt, or Plasteel and Eltech's helmet. In terms of charge, yeah, those robots are fine. Totally fine. Cheers. So, Tiger, you asked, tell me if two different races have children, do the children inherit all the genes, or is it random? It's random. It's 50% from one parent, 50% from the other. I mentioned that at the start of the stream. I'll try to get through the other questions that you guys asked in just a minute here. All right, let's go ahead and get some lights. And it looks like Honor... Ooh, no, yeah, Honor and Eltech shirt pulled ahead. So I will be doing Honor and Eltech shirt as the reward in a minute. What is honor, you're asking? Honor is sort of your rank in the Shattered Empire's hierarchy or hierarchical structure. And when your honor goes up, you're given favors that you can call in, like troops coming to your aid or a transport shuttle that you can control, things like that. So one of the goals for Wendy, she is a product of the Glitterworld Empire, and she wants to become a countess in the Glitterworld Empire. That's one of her personal goals for this series. And in order to do that, I need to acquire honor. I don't exactly have enough slate in order to finish this project, so I'm going to instruct Zilla to make slate. So I'm patching her up, not because I care about her, but because I want more stone, and I don't need her laying on the ground not getting it for me. Yeah, I'll incorporate vents in here. The steel walls are all going to go by the wayside eventually, in lieu of replacing it with stone. So I'm not too concerned about immediately setting vents up. You still need medical... Oh, I didn't finish. Whatever. It's your fault, not mine. Can we stop Zilla from rebelling? Yes, there are genes that will stop her from rebelling. Is it cold enough to affect smaller bugs? It is. The smallest of bugs are affected at 0 or 32 Fahrenheit, the mega scarabs. So it is indeed cold enough to affect mega scarabs. All right, I'm going to bring Orange Chaos online and start to dig at the ores I've designated. Shouldn't we gene extract from slaves? We could. The gene extraction process puts you into gene shock, and gene shock makes you less efficient, so it depends on whether we want the paltry amount of silver for having a hair color or skin color versus having a slave that is more productive. So in my specific case, I think it's actually in our economic interest to have a Zilla be able to work at full speed, or closer to full speed given her injuries, but closer to full speed, because that will yield more wealth. Just because you can doesn't mean it actually makes you more money to do it, in other words. Oh, that was hollow. I did not know that. Cheers, Davey. Takaros, you asked if I can do something about adding more bandwidth? I could. I don't need it right now, but I could, yeah. Does Death Rest work for other colonists? No, it only works for vampires, sanguiphages. Nobody else can Death Rest, or would benefit from Death Rest, not that they're even able to. Looks like I need to make a tail cap for Zilla, as Zilla's getting cold outside. There you go. I am not doing the monument unless it gets voted on, and we didn't vote for it. So I don't care about the monument. Just because a quest exists doesn't obligate me to do it unless it becomes a priority of the series, which it did not. So no monument until it gets voted on. Yeah, that is a recurring theme of my series. I work on what the priority is above my head, and if it isn't stated as a priority, it doesn't get worked on. So, in the case of the monument, I had just pulled whether or not I work on questing, and it lost the poll, so I'm not doing the monument unless it gets voted on. That's how things work. Oh, a solar flare. Nice. So a exotic goods trader shows up right as the solar flare hits, cutting my power. That's cute. Could I use hypothermia in a heated room in order to farm insect jelly? Yeah, it's possible. It is in no way a goal of this series to farm jelly. So it's not something I'm even consider doing. But I'll answer that. Yes, you can farm jelly that way. Alright, I think I got to everyone's question. Nice. Well, I hope that the solar flare stops so I can actually sell the genes I don't want from the gene bank. Or I'll just get attacked. They are landing on Zilla. Alright. She's gonna have a hard time getting away in time. I think what I'll do is let them come in and take them. Oh, they're all grenadiers. Throwables. I'll take them on in here on my own turf. Orange Chaos, you're going the wrong way. Come on in. Alright, I really want to stop Pi from throwing grenades. Oh good, my robots aren't listening at all. I told them to go melee and they were like, what? Didn't hear you. You can keep running for me. I'm gonna catch you. Punch you. I'm not sure what the Molotov is trying to accomplish, given that robots are not flammable, but whatever, works for me. So you are a pigskin male. You are not unwaveringly loyal, and you would actually be a good fertilizer for the eggs. So once I have the others subdued, that's something I could do. Alright, so the solar flare ended. It's good. Got our power back. Orange Chaos, you come over yonder. We also have Pi. 41. Also pigskin. I'm gonna work on the 21-year-old. And then Zilla, I'm gonna have you put that fire out, especially before the frag grenades catch. Have the robots try to stop dirt from escaping. I'd like to maximize the prisoners I get, but little challenging considering they're already on the flee. We did get a little bit of extra pig. Don't mind that at all. Wow, this is already fixed up. Man, it's like nothing even happened. And dirt is down. Zill, or Wendy, come this way. So I can try to get Boper, or whatever their name is. So, you are dead in 9 hours. You are fine. Zilla, go capture the quarry worker. And I'll try to go get Boper. Oh, Boper's down. Perfect. Extra meat. And you are female, age 56. So she's not going to be useful to the gene program, but I can still genetic rip her or organ steal, depending on what kind of time and resource I want to invest. Unfortunately, looks like the solar flare knocked out all of my crops. All of my crops. So that's just downright rotten. Puppy treats. Sorry, my bad. A lot was happening. Here you go, buddy. Alright, good enough. You are going to be captured. Is the trader still there? I will check in a sec. If you haven't noticed, I have been busy. Yep, they are. So here is the genes I don't want. I don't care about mini horns and reduced pain. It's not good enough for me to bother. It might be wise for me to buy enough plasteel in order to make the multi-analyzer, even though I'm going to be accepting the bugs for plasteel. All right. That worked out. And then dirt. I am going to stick you in here. So I'm extracting her because a 56-year-old pigskin can't be egg harvested. So I might as well harvest her some other way. Get some repairs going on the robots, and then I also need to gestate revive the Melitor that died. Maybe I should do that first, because that is that takes a minute. I do need to deliver food to them. Winner gets the food. Wow, there. Okay, fine. I guess I have to intervene. Hey, Orange Chaos, you want to go bash a pigskin? Or a Neanderthal? Good job. There's actually one thing I could do to make it so that it wouldn't be constantly annoying. And I'm going to do that, which is put a shelf of raw rice in the prison room and just let them eat raw rice as much as they want. Because why not? Oh, you got infected. Fine. I'll actually tend you. It's an arm. I could always cut the arm off. So we're starting to get the... I guess I needed to work vents into here. I can still add vents, actually, in this location. But I need to get the bedroom all floored up and everything. But there it is. The start of the bedroom. So pod and bugs will expire in 18 hours. I didn't fill in the bug proofing as much as I wanted to. So I think what I'm going to do is temporarily fill in the rest with steel, circling back at a later date to do it in slate. Strong stomach, robust digestion, and strong immunity just got extracted from dirt. Wow, those are all really good things. I'll probably hold on to that for a bit. All right, insert dirt again. Not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, it was a good gene rip. I agree. The prisoners are starting to get badly malnourished. I'll have to attend to that. And I have 15 hours to accept the bug quest. Alright, the prisoners that I have here. Raw rice is going to be the new food. I don't really care if they're happy, so raw rice is fine by me. It keeps me from having to cook. Don't worry about their wounds. Being wounded keeps them from getting up and misbehaving, so best to keep them injured anyway. Serves a purpose. Orange chaos. Oh, I found even more gold ore. Nested in the steel. That's pretty rare. Pretty rare indeed. Hi, bud. So she has a bedroom, and we're trying to work to make it nicer. Zilla's still cutting. Why are you hauling over stone cut? Okay, so Zilla's going to be continuing the slate stone cutting. We extracted strong immunity, nearsighted, out of dirt. That's not as good. Wolik, or Wowick, or whatever her name is. Do I need to cut this arm off? No, you're doing pretty okay. Let me tend to you again. And then, pig skins like him have strong immunity, so they're harder to kill by infection. I could get a surplus of gold for tribute if I get a royal tribute collector coming in. True. If a royal tribute collector shows up, I can start to send orange chaos over there to mine up that gold and get a whole bunch of tribute going. So on this shelf here, I'm going to unlink this one and make this specifically and only for meals, so that I can store meals in here opposed to out where it's warmer. And Solwayne will haul it and fix it for me. I missed the quest. Okay, well, I have multiple priorities, so I'm just prioritizing. I didn't manage to fill this in anyway. It's one of those, if things get finished in time, I'll do it. But ultimately, the goal of the series takes precedent over all other goals. So if it doesn't push Wendigos ahead, I don't really care. Parduk, where are... Oh, you're recharging. Get back to work, Parduk. Lazy. Yeah, we didn't vote that I prioritize questing anyway. It has to be a prioritized goal for me to bother doing it. So these prisoners here, ovum extractions can occur in about 3 days' time. Nice. Do I have any spare beds? No. I don't think it would be a terrible idea to get a third bed for Woick, or whatever his name is. Maybe I can have Kish do it. So we extract his strong immunity out of him. And I'm not going to gene murder him, because his genes can mix with either Sky or Vassallo's. So with him, I am going to enslave him. And then force him to fertilize, and then re-imprison him. Wow, the ship chunks are really coming down in the northwest. There's now 5 of them. Alright, let's get that bed in there. Oh, it was excellent too. Lucky you. I don't even know who made it. So in 2 hours, my Militor that got deconstructed, or whatever you want to call it, will be revived. Getting pretty close to having the outer walls be all stone for inflammability. And then back to the project of the bedroom and multi-analyzer. I think they're out to the point where, like, I have to feed them, which is obnoxious. Oh, we have an infestation anyway. That's funny. Okay, Will's only at 2 left. The Militor just got out, so probably tomorrow morning I will take it on with the 3 Militors in Orange Chaos. Just so that they don't replicate and spread. I see a lot of questions being asked that are completely irrelevant to the series, so I would refer you to Discord. Ask me on Discord. If it doesn't pertain to the Wendigos, it's a question best suited for another time. I like how, as the more industrious Zilla is in stone cutting, the more ugly she makes her own bedroom. It's like the reward for hard work for her is that her bedroom becomes hideous. I'm going to have Orange Chaos start actively recharging off of the recharger there. Just so that I have enough charge to take on the bugs. So it's 2 Mega Spiders, a Spelopede, and 2 Scarabs And the scarabs should be hypothermic at this point. Oh, it's not quite cold enough. Their threshold is 32 Fahrenheit or 0 Celsius, but they haven't spent enough time to get the hypothermia penalties yet. I wouldn't mind attacking them once the mega scarabs have fallen to hypothermia, just to thin their numbers out, but before the hives reproduce. Can't I use a new insect hive as defense? I could, but they're not in an active hive. They're an active hive, meaning that they spread if left unchecked. So I could use it as a defense, but they could also become a greater threat than any raider would be. So it's, in my opinion, generally unwise to leave them unchecked. Alright, Parduk, looks like you're done. The hives that you have on the map tile when you start a new settlement are inactive hives, meaning that they don't spread or make new bugs. And the ones in Ancient Dangers are the same way. Hives that spawn during the event are active and will breed and become a greater threat if left uncleared. All right, bedroom is somewhat impressive. I need to add it to a home zone, don't I? Because it's the only thing that's floored up, it's going to constantly accumulate dirt and filth, unfortunately. That's just the way the filth mechanic works. But oh well. At least it's done. Thank you for tuning in to the first Wendigo, which originally streamed live on Twitch November 3rd. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that made it all the way to the credits and support the channel. I'll catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Wendigo.